Hello and welcome to my discussion of the movie Glass, which is the concluding chapter of the trilogy that started with Unbreakable and Split. So Glass takes place, like shortly after the events of Split, which David Dunn's character played by Bruce Willis, and Unbreakable returns as one of the main characters as he tries to track down Kevin Crumb's character played by James McAvoy, who's known to suffer from dissociative identity disorder, which causes him to have like 24, you know, identities in his body, including a very nasty one called the Beast. And of course, David tries to capture, Kevin and figure out his crimes. And then, of course, the two of them end up getting captured and placed in a mental institution under the care of Dr. Ellie Sharp, who tries to, I guess, prove that superheroes doesn't exist, and of course, I guess she also tries to keep their existence, hidden from the public. But of course, Elijah Prince's character, played by Samuel Jackson, who returns in this movie, whose character suffers from a rare brittle bone disease, wants to expose, that there are superheroes that exist, and I guess in his own way he gets tired of having to hide that from humanity and things like that. In terms of what I thought about Glass, the first half of the movie is very good and very entertaining, and of course the awesome performances of Bruce Willis and James McAvoy and Samuel Jackson, and of course it brings back other characters from the previous films, including David's son Joseph, and then Elijah's mother, Mrs. Prince, and then of course you got Casey's character from Split, who returns to kind of serve like as a counterpoint for each of the three main characters. But I kind of felt like the ending itself kind of felt like a little bit underwhelming, and of course, the plot twist towards the end of the movie that kind of I felt were more questions than answers and things like that. And I will say, based on the way it ended, it leaves it open, for another film should they choose, uh, to continue the story. But I will say, even though I'm not the biggest fan of M. Night Shyamalan's work, I mean, I would say it's not his best work, but not his worst. It was, for me, it was average, a little bit overhyped. I mean, but not terrible, but could have been better. Could have had like a little bit, more action and a better, motivations, particularly for Elijah Prince's, character and things like that. So that would be my verdict in terms of what I thought of Glass. I guess for those that have seen Unbreakable and Split, I guess it would make sense to watch this one to see how the superhero, I guess, trilogy concludes. But I would say it's like it's not something I would, like say really really recommend unless people really want to see it. So that would be my particular verdict for it. So that's that. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching and have a good night.